they move.
Alright, come on girls, come sit over here, okay?
We have a special spot for you over here.
We get locked for Cecilia and Tegan.
Come on in nice and close because the ladies are sitting down said they're cold. So if you're sitting next to them, you'll warm them up. Right.
Oh.
We are gathered together to solemnize the marriage between Christopher and Christina. The tradition we follow is as old as written language. And although this is not a church, I would remind you that this is nonetheless sacred ground. Sacred for what is to take place here. For that which passes between loving people is eternally holy. To marry is to form an equal partnership, tied together by the tenuous bonds of emotion and love. It is at once the most fragile of relationships and the strongest. Fragile because it requires exactly the right mixture of freedom and independence, of caring, of sharing, of being together, and of being alone. But it is strong because it involves the unseen force of something we call love, mutual devotion, a concern for the happiness of the other, and joy in each other's company. For there is no stronger force involved in human relationships than the silent bond of love. Remember, this wedding is a symbol. It's a celebration. It's a public recognition of what already exists in the silent place of your hearts. It is your marriage. Yours to define. Yours to make real. Yours to live. Nothing I can say can make it anything more than what already exists in your hearts. Christopher, have you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Christine in marriage? Yes. Do you promise to love, honor, and keep her until the end of your days? Christine, have you come here freely and without reservation to give yourself to Christopher in marriage? Do you promise to love, honor, and keep him until the end of your days? We're going to be doing something a little bit different. Instead of asking for vows, we're going to do a scene out of Braveheart. Now, the only non-gory part of this whole movie is something we're going to recreate right now. So, guys, I'm sure you know what it's all about, but the ladies only remember this mushy part. What we're going to be doing is asking a series of 6 questions. With each question, once it's answered, a ribbon will be placed over their wrists. After all the ribbons have been placed, I'll ask a final question, and then I will tie the knots together, hence the term tying the knot. So a little different than what you're used to seeing, but fits the day and the occasion perfectly. Now, before you go further, that since your lives have crossed, you have formed ties between each other. As you seek to enter this noble state of matrimony, you should strive to make real the ideals which give meaning to both this ceremony and the institution of marriage. The promises made today and the ties that are bound here greatly strengthen your union. They will cross the years and lives of your growth. Now, both of you, do you still seek to enter this ceremony? Looking into each other's eyes. Yes. Christopher, will you share in Christine's pain and seek to alleviate it? And Christine, will you share in Christopher's pain and seek to alleviate it? Although I may take it. Christopher, will you share in Christine's burdens so that your spirit may grow in this union? Christine, will you share in Christopher's burdens so that your spirits may grow in this union? Christopher, will you share in Christine's dreams? Christine, will you share in Christopher's dreams? Christopher, will you take the heat of anger and use it to temper the strength of this union? Christine, will you take the heat of anger and use it to temper the strength of this union? Christopher, will you honor Christine as an equal in this union? And Christine, will you honor Christopher as an equal in this union? Christopher, will you share in Christine's laughter and look for the brightness and the positive in her? Christine, will you share in Christopher's laughter and look for the brightness and positive in him? The knots of this binding are not formed by these cords, but instead by your vows. Whether this union will last or break is in your hands, based on your communication, love, honor, and trust of one another. Now, may I have the wedding ring, please? Wedding rings are made precious not by the materials they're made of, but by our wearing of them. They carry deep meaning. They say something about who you are, whom you love, and where you're going in life. Wedding rings have special significance because they say that even in your uniqueness, you have chosen to be bonded, to allow the presence of another human being to enhance who you are. Your rings carry a potent double message. We are individuals, and yet we belong. As you wear them through the years, may they reflect not only on who you are, but also upon the union you're making here today. The circle is the symbol of the sun, the earth, the universe. It is a symbol of perfection, of peace, and of things unending. These rings are symbols of unity, in which your two lives are joined together in one unbroken circle. Christine, I give you this ring.
Christine, I give you this ring.
As a sign that I choose you.
As a sign that I choose you.
To be my wife.
To be my wife.
And that I offer myself.
And that I offer myself.
As your husband.
As your husband.
Today.
Today.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And always.
And always.
I marry you with this ring.
I marry you with this ring.
With my heart.
With my heart.
With my body.
With my body.
And with my soul.
And with my soul.
Christopher, I give you this ring.
Christopher, I give you this ring.
As a sign that I choose you.
As a sign that I choose you.
To be my husband.
To be my husband.
And that I offer myself.
And that I offer myself.
As your wife.
As your wife.
Today.
Today.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And always. I marry you with this ring.
I marry you with this ring.
With my heart.
With my heart.
With my body.
With my body.
And with my soul.
And with my soul.
Now we're going to have some fun. Christopher and Christine, you have just sealed the relationship by the giving and receiving of rings in exchange of vows. This covenant is a pledge between two people who agree that they will commit themselves to one another throughout their lives. You have committed here today to share the rest of your lives together. But today, you're making a far deeper commitment. Today, you are pledging your love to Madeline, Samantha, Tegan, and Ryan. And just on time. Okay. So if I can have the children here, please.
You can stand up here, please.
Now, as you see behind me, we have one color, a large central vase, and 6 colors going around it. Each color has been specifically chosen for the respective person. And I think that you have put a lot of thought into the color that person has, the explanation of what that person deserves to get that color. So what we're going to be doing is we will be symbolizing this relationship through the pouring of these individual containers of sand. Each container will represent a person. Today, this relationship is symbolized through the pouring of individual containers of sand. Madeline will pour purple, representing through the pouring, symbolizing her majestic ambition, independence, and mystery. Samantha will pour red, symbolizing her creative passion, strength, and determination. Tegan will pour white, symbolizing the light she emanates, her goodness and her purity. Ryan will pour yellow, symbolizing the joy he brings, his energy and happiness. Christopher, you will pour blue, symbolizing the wisdom, stability, faith, and loyalty he will provide to his family. And Christine, you'll pour green, symbolizing the safety, harmony, and peace that you provide to this family. As these containers of sand will be poured into the final container, the individual containers will cease to exist and will be joined together as one. Just as these grains of sand can never be separated and poured back into their original containers, so will your marriage forever blend all of you into one, never to go back into individuals. Okay, come on as close as you can get.
Shaken, come see Mommy. Come on.
Would you like to get some more gluten? Yeah. I'm going to pour two at once. Have your best man.
Yeah, you can pour for us.
Okay. All right.
Mine's yellow.
Yours is yellow.
No. You're purple.
You're purple. Okay. And get the colors right here.
Ryan is yellow.
Okay. Samantha gets red. Stevie will have white. And let's see, the green is going to Christine. Can you get it? And the blue is Christina's.
Pour that in the bucket in a second, okay?
No donut?
Now, why don't I do this? I'm going to come out there with this. Alright, I'm going to kind of stand here in the middle. And all of you could come in around and start pouring. I will put selected cards first. That's good. About the same milk from the Christine. Okay. Now, all of you get to coordinate it together. Okay, let's come down low because we have someone here.
Go high.
Ready? Here we go. Let's keep pouring.
Yeah. Keep going, Piggy, pour it in.
No.
Piggy, pour it in. All the way, Piggy, you get to cover the top.
There you go. Yay. And there's their first artwork family.
God.
Word to
What do
you.
you think? Is it pretty? Yeah.
No, stay here for a second. Now, at this point, I'm going to see the piece, okay? It means more than just pouring sand. It means that we're going to have a family, a big piece, okay? You're going to have one more. And it means a lot. Anytime you guys have any problems, you just stop and think about anything. This will be around for a long time. You look back in your life and you think, and that's the longest beautiful tape I see every morning. And go to either one of them. They're both good for me. May this family bring you all the exquisite excitements that a family should have. And may life grant all of you patience, tolerance, and understanding. May you always need one another, not so much to fill your emptiness as to help you know your fullness. A mountain needs a valley to be complete. The valley does not make the mountain less, but more. And the valley is more of a valley because it has a mountain towering over it. So let it be with all of you. May all of you need one another, but not out of weakness,